Today, I'm coming to you from right inside the Indianapolis Motor Speedway with our IU Health Medical Center right behind me. We want to give you an opportunity to see what's inside this building that was actually built in 1947-48 and has been here since then. It is the oldest building inside the Speedway. Our oldest building is the barn. But we wanted to give you an opportunity to see Dr. Billows, Dr. Visor, understand what happens in this building for our drivers, but how you can benefit if you need some medical service here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This is where if you had an issue at the Speedway and our first aid stations couldn't take care of you, or you were here in the infield already, this is where you would come in and you would get checked in. We can take care of just about everything here because we want to get you back to your seats so that you can watch the rest of the racing while you're here. But I'm excited because we have an opportunity to talk to Dr. Jeff Billows, who's our medical director, and then our deputy medical director, Julia Visor, who will, in November, be the first female medical director for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the NTT IndyCar Series. Thank you so much for letting us come in. You know, a lot of people know that we have this, but I don't think they know that it really operates as a hospital.
On a typical race day for the Indy 500, we see somewhere between 500 and 800 patients between here and the 15 first aid stations on the property. We see a lot of the routine issues like asthma, diabetic emergencies, chest pain, heart attacks, we even have strokes, and we can deal with most anything that comes here. We're not a full-service hospital, but we can stabilize more serious conditions before we transport downtown.
Dr. Billows, one of the fun things about how we deal with our race car drivers is a fellowship program that you helped organize with IU Health, the IU Health Motorsport Medicine Fellowship Program. It's a postgraduate program. You have to be a doctor already to get there. How important and how different is training to deal with trauma on track than it is just normal medicine training?
Motorsports medicine is totally different. Motorsports trauma is different from what you see on the street because we're really super high velocity crashes, but we also have cars that are built for safety. And you have to know how to extricate a driver from a car, and we have to have some mechanism to help them through the rehabilitation process as well. So we also travel with the NTT IndyCar Series and actually sit on the track surface. We're among the first people that arrive at the car to help check the driver out.
So Dr. Visor, I think this is your 4th or 5th year now here and getting ready to be our medical director. That program for you, what made you come and be part of that program? Race fan anyway?
I've been on a path to be a motorsports medicine physician way before I even knew it. As an intern at Detroit Racing Hospital at the Detroit Grand Prix with IndyCar, I got to meet Dr. Billows. And we had this 30-second interaction, and I said, hello, my name is Julia Visor. I dream of starting a motorsports medicine fellowship one day. And Dr. Billows said, me too, I'm actually working on it already. And since then, we've been working together, and I've been planning to come and train here with IU School of Medicine. I knew I wanted to do EMS, I knew I wanted to do motorsports medicine, and I was fortunate enough that I was chosen for this role.
You start out the beginning of the season right in this hallway with the race car drivers getting their physicals. You know them intimately. How important is that relationship for you guys with the race car drivers, and does it start at that moment when you're giving them those physicals to get them ready for the season?
We're talking, a relationship between a physician and a patient. We want to make sure that they know that their interest is our best interest. We want them to succeed. We want them to race for a very long time, be very successful drivers. So all we do is establish this relationship during those physicals.
When the physicals start here, you do everything from eye exams, hearing exams, to traditional physical, heart tests. We do drug testing. Anybody that drives a car on a racetrack, not just a race car, has to go through that and be cleared by all of you to do that. So that's one of the cool things that you guys do. We learned in James Hinchcliffe's incident that blood was really important to have here, and it was something that we really didn't think about on the front end, and that has changed. Anytime there's an incident, drivers have to come see you.
Right, and the drivers come in this area. This is the driver portion of the hospital. They're brought here, we do an initial evaluation. If they have a significant injury, then we can get them stabilized and get them transported down to the trauma center at IU Health Methodist. If we're on the track surface and one of us is there and we determine that it's a multi-system trauma injury that's very significant, we transport directly from the track surface straight downtown as well. And we do have x-ray capability here. We also have ultrasound capability here. And of course we have a trauma surgeon here on race days and most practice days as well to help us out.
One of the questions I get so many times from folks is, what do you do the rest of the year? Well, we're on track 150 days during the year here, so we're busy all the time here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to ask Dr. Visor. So What do you do the rest of the year when you're not here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
Well, I'm actually still a doctor, so I practice emergency medicine at the IU Health Methodist Hospital, just down the street from here, which is our main partnering hospital with whom we work when we evaluate guests and drivers if we need further care for them. I also am a Deputy Medical Director for IU Health Lifeline, so I provide medical directorship for the largest pre-hospital system in the state of Indiana with critical care interfacility transport, and they work with us and provide helicopter services here during all of the bigger events as well.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking the time to show us around a little bit. Hopefully our fans don't need to come see you guys or the staff that's here, but it's good to know that you are here, and certainly as we've talked, our drivers do love that. So fans, this is a little bit of a behind the scenes, behind the oldest building inside the racetrack, the IU Medical Center here, where our drivers start the season off with their physicals and they come in and get checked in here if they need it anytime they are here during the month of May or for a weekend like Brickyard Weekend. We're so thrilled to have Dr. Visor and Dr. Billows leading the charge for us, making sure that our drivers and you are safe when you're at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So next time, we look forward to seeing you on Behind the Bricks. Hopefully this was something fun for you. It's been here since 1947. The first ambulance used in Indianapolis was here in 1910 as part of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Medical service is one of the things we care about the most here at Indianapolis.